What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday Morning Live, Season 7, Episode 15. With some mic trouble. Hope everybody's doing well today. Let me go ahead and set up this other mic because we're going to need it here in a little bit. I, of course, have to go get my cold drip that I was stirring right as I heard the music end. And I was debating whether or not to just keep stirring and let y'all wait or what, but I made the decision to come up here right after I spilled it. There goes air care. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, nope, that's the wrong way. Yep, that way. Okay, that way, yep, just like that. And then you come over here. The cord is so short. Cord is so short. Okay, there we go. How is everybody? It is a pleasant, I don't know what the temperature or anything is. I don't know what it is out there. It is a pleasant 64 degrees in Jackson, Mississippi. Sunny. High of 71, low of 49. It was a little bit chilly this morning, but I have on shorts. Woo, woo, woo. And I have been, thank you for the heads up. Dang and West, welcome back. Let me go get my cold drip and clean up that little spill real quick, too. And I'll mic myself up while I'm doing that. That camera was acting a little funny. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, we're good. That's good. Okay. Oh, I know it's not good, though. We have two cameras down right now, so let me do this. Let me do that. We don't need this yet.
Bluetooth mode. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
But is it? Hey, but is it? It is. Okay, so turn you up. Poop. Got your little number now. There should be a way for me to automate that so that it actually turns it up as soon as it connects, but oh no. Not that I've found. Haven't slept in 24 hours. Everybody lull West to sleep with songs. We don't have any songs to play, do we? Let me go get my cold drip real quick. I'll be right back. BRB. Got a little over exuberant at the end and spilled more. It was terrible. But jizzy with the cold drip. Guess I need all components for this thing to work, don't I? Yep, there it is. Hey! I may have to move my van. So we had, apparently there's a record day. Apparently it's National Record Day or World Record Day. Oh no, where did my boo boo bobble? Oh no. Where did my Beeble Bobble go? I can't use my mic without that. You know, I really need to replace that. There we go. I probably need to order a few more little microphone Beeble Bobbles, don't I? Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Can't believe this one's lasted as long as it has. World Record Day, National Record Day, something Record Day, I don't know. Their Record Day. They were camped out here at like, well, from what I saw on my camera, I didn't go back any further, but it was like 4 a.m. when they started showing up. Records. No, this is irritating. Irritating. Hold on. Ugh. Yeah, you're irritating. No, what the fuck? Hold that. Oh, speaking of holding things, let's bounce to the screen. Nope, the screen. No, we were on the right. We got to get a symbol, don't we? Because definitely the lock force light was not on. Lock force assemble! Boom! Ow. Now we're assembled. Even though I have been doing a shitload of scrapping this week, Thursday and Friday specifically. Thursday actually is the biggest day. I hadn't done Mount Brassmore at all, but I did empty the containers for Mount Brassmore. So we have half empty scrap bin. The end result of this is pretty soon we're going to have a decent area to be able to do what's it? Bowling, or our game of lock throwing with the holes. I can drag it out and reset it up because I'll have room again. Yay! Record store day started maybe 15 years ago. I know it feels like they do it more than once a year though. I know. I guess it's been about a year. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I guess about a year ago. Yeah, they did that. That's crazy. Record store day. There's a record shop in Jackson that's frequently featured as a small business they check in on. There's Offbeat and them. Offbeat has yeah, I know him too. He has a bunch of other stuff besides records. His stuff is mostly records, but they do have like drinks and a whole bunch of like a party atmosphere. They both kind of have party-ish atmosphere, like have bands that come in, you know. Offbeat is downtown. Used to be in Midtown. I went over there several times to do different things, and he has like comic books, a lot of clothing, funk pop type stuff, you know, like figurines and pretty cool stuff. But I hadn't been to his new location. That was his old location. I'm sure he just has the same stuff. Yeah, they both do pretty good. Offbeat. So anyway, that's why I'm parked right there today, because I got lucky as hell that spot was open. I pulled in and I was like, oh, fuck, there's a spot open. Zoom. I saw a car kind of coming around the corner going real slow, and I was like, zoom. Yeah. Had I known, I would have gotten here at 6-ish in the morning, but I didn't know, so... All right, let me check. Well, maybe I'll pull a camera up here. I got to check in on Kim. Let me go through the comments real quick while I'm checking in on her. She is on the road right now. Yeah, he's got a cool selection of comics. Dang it, Wes, back in the house. Missed him the past couple of weeks. Rune, as always, Nate G, Outlaw, Chevy D. What's up, retired butcher boy? It's 75 in North Carolina, North California. Matthew, good morning to you. Steven's Eyes, what's up? I'm trying to pull her location up simultaneously because I'm tracking her as she's on the road. Looks like she is off the interstate and almost to her destination, so we can go ahead and plug that camera up. Oh, well, there's her text. Okay. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? Okay, she is verified. She's here. She's there. Yay! And I got that pulled back and because I still have a little bit of I still got like several things I uncovered while I was scrapping stuff. And one of them being the door closer. So I'm about to get back on this whole Lockapult 4.0 thing now that I've got the door closers out. And actually, it's going to be my mission in my spare time for the next week. And probably another 400 pounds of barrels, buckets of scrap iron. The only problem with my scrapyard, right, okay, is I have to, there's two different areas to go. If I have mostly scrap iron, I kind of have to, I'm supposed to go to the big yard where I have to physically dump it out onto the ground and the big magnet comes along. Or if I have specialty metals like aluminum and brass, which I've gotten rid of, then I can go to the easier to go to yard. What did I come back here for? So I kind of burnt myself from going the easy route by taking all of my specialty metals, which is what happened last time I did that. And I should have known to split it up. Damn it. Damn it, Jason. And since there's so much scrap metal, I'm almost inclined to say, hey, get on like next door or something and be like, yo, any scrap metal guys? If you want to come get this. And they would probably spend more time sorting it out between the brass and stuff too. Keep learning more and more about our particular scrapyard. And it's a good thing that I keep dealing with the same dude. This time he looked at me and he was like, you're here for you got all them buckets of stuff, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do. I do. A few 100 pounds. Let's pick those Corbin Russell construction cores. What construction cores? What you talking about? I ain't got no Corbin. I got a shitload of Corbin Russell and IC cores, but they're all zero bitted. That's no fun. Construction cores. I don't know what you're talking about, David. Definitely not snowing in New York, thank goodness. Hey, Zoe. Wow. Doused, what's up? Willard, what's going on? Ken Nixon, good morning to you. Iceman, what's up? driving back. Stay safe on the road, Iceman. Mr. T in the house. Good morning. Out of Savta. Cool. Cool. I hope you had a good time over there. Be safe driving. Hey, oof. The banner. It's the problem with having the door open, right? The banner show is what? Starts Wednesday, which I'm not going to because I'm not renewing my license. What's up, GK man? Hey, Dana Reed. Fred, what's up? It's warm up in Canada. Okay. Right, global warming and all that, right? Wait a minute, Gumby, who I don't think who's busy today. Gumby's over. Gumby just sent me a photo of like snow everywhere. Record store day. Yep. I saw somebody tag of Joe's. I was about to say I saw somebody tag Joe's, but I didn't see Joe's right above it. $1.65? Man, you lucky as shit. It's $1.10 for the key for clean brass here. This is $1.10. What was it? 65. I told this list to Kim, but she was highly uninterested. Y'all would probably be much better equipped to understand this. I love how they call it unclean now. It used to just be called dirty. Dirty, unclean. Unclean yellow brass, 35 cents a pound. That's brass and metal. Or halves of quicksets and Weiser doorknobs. So the interior and the exterior of doorknobs. So I have this thing that I really want to hash it out with them. Okay, let me read the list off of how many pounds I took and the price. I had 68 pounds of unclean yellow brass, so that's basically doorknobs only. Clean yellow brass, $1.10 a pound. That's actually better than it was last time I went. It was like $1.07 a pound. It's never, ever, as long as I remember, broken $1.30 a pound here. 70 pounds of that. So that's pins, springs, pins and keys, and deadbolt housing, deadbolt shells, like when you take the quick set of deadbolt apart, boom, you have the brass shell, you have the aluminum body. That aluminum goes in aluminum pile. Clean aluminum, which is what that's considered. 23 pounds of it. Aluminum's light, so it takes a lot to build up that. 28 cents a pound. Unclean aluminum was a panic bar. And funnily enough, like I mentioned on the Reddit or whatever, they was like, I had 2 or 3 storefront first choice type, like 1790 bars that I had stripped down, and then a couple of them were riveted together, and I was like, I ain't about to strip that down. And a Marks 9900. So when the unclean aluminum time came up, well, I did the clean aluminum, I did the strip down bars with that, so that helped with the 23 pounds, because that's actually fairly solid. Once you strip the push bar off of a bar, strip the metal guts out of it, which is just a few screws most of the time, it's worth the time because that adds to the aluminum weight. Unclean aluminum is 10 cents a pound compared to clean 28 cents a pound. 10 iron yard tin, that is scrap metal, 196 pounds. Oh, 6 cents a pound. Woo! It was 5 cents a pound. Heck yeah! And die cast, which a lot of stuff is die cast now. Quickset lever handles. Any new production shit that's come along in the last 10 years and the knob or the lever handle variety is going to be die cast. So that was 15 cents a pound. So that's kind of between unclean aluminum and clean aluminum. Sort of. But I really wanted to have a discussion with them because, okay, so when you strip down two different things, you have brass and aluminum. So wouldn't brass and aluminum technically be a little bit more? And if you consider brass and aluminum, now what I'm talking about is old Weiser deadbolt housings, old Kwikset deadbolt housings. It's all aluminum except for that skin. On Kwikset they come off, but on the old Weiser they're crimped on. It takes way too much time to rip them off for that little lightweight piece of brass and this chunk of aluminum. So I guess that would just be unclean. I need to ask him about that. Anyway, long story short, $127 for a F load of work. Absolutely not worth it, but save the planet and all that, right? I'm going to take a sip of my Mississippi cold drip before we mosey on over and see. I did Mount Boxmore. Boom. Finished it up last week. Great. There goes that spot. And then I did brass. I don't know. I came in Thursday morning and I just looked at the pile in disgust. It was kind of like, I've got to do something. It's going to be a pretty day. It hasn't rained. So it's dry. It's not too hot yet. Better do it. And now that I'm fully involved, I got to get rid of the rest of it too. Please don't stay here all day. Just please don't. All right. Let's put this camera on and go see my beautiful area where the scrap metal was formerly. And kind of finished doing it. I got my gloves here, so we're gonna glove it up and slang some metal. And I've got so much room over there now too. Oh, record day. What's up, Mark? From Australia. Yes, y'all are on a wildly different time zone. We are very not conducive to time zones for for folks in Australia. But y'all pop in every so often. I appreciate you popping in and saying, hey, it's always just the worst time. I always thought about doing an Australia version once. I thought about it once, doing like on a Friday night, because that would put it for y'all on Saturday morning or whatever. Let y'all get a look at everywhere while I set up the fifth camera. Make sure everything's okay. Is that okay? Did that work? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Hey, let go. And ooh, we're gonna do a mic switch now so that I can move around and not have to yell. Yep. And mic switch to the mobile mic. Adjust your mic. Adjust your ear bobbles accordingly. It said at 300% last week. Everybody said 250 and 300%. We're pretty much the same, so... Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We are not going to do a whole lot today up front. We still have the Right. The pull-out bin that I was gonna transfer my cam locks to. Didn't get there yet, but I did do a fantastic job. I used the nice weather and the whole scrap and not having any appointments one day to also clean out the key area, my setup keys in my truck. Amazingly enough, my work area, my pennant area, open thing, totally clean. I mean, it's like, well, not, it's still like dirty, like surface dirty, but clean. It's organized. It's beautiful. It's amazing. There's so much room to pile shit again. Filled up all my penning kits. Got a bunch of pens in on a reorder that we got in last week. Every kit's refilled because I wiped them all out in a wild of rekeying locks. So I had to do all that. And yeah, I ended it with this. So really the last thing that I have to do is mount Brassmore down here and figure out kind of, you'll see once I get this plugged up, I have to spread it out. I can't pick up the bins that they're in. So they have to get filled, and I have to move them into smaller bins so that I can literally physically pick them up and get them into my vehicle to move. We are on the mobile mic, so let me go back here and grab the, look at that. We have this set up in shorts mode. Shorts are stupid. Stupid shorts. Sorry, that thing. Why is this even here? Yeah, I don't often need a Mark's cylindrical hospital push lock. Oh, I know why. It's because I sold a bunch of those. Oh, I've got a gap up here now, y'all. We sold a bunch of doorknobs on eBay. Hey, they've been sitting in that eBay. Honestly, I didn't make anything off of them because they've been in my eBay store for 12 fucking years now. Somebody bought them all. Hey.
All right now.
What can we help you with?
Two little keys, man. Before I lose that key, then I'll be up to shit creek.
All right. Two of them?
Yes.
Oh, you want one on each one?
Yeah.
Alright, you got 702, or just 7's good. We got 2 in the drawer from somebody this morning.
All right. Thank you, Dad.
13 back.
All right. Thank you. Have a
Thanks.
good one.
You have a good weekend.
All right.
Boom. We have completely eliminated our need for quarters by raising the prices of regular keys. They're $275 now. Hey! And that means with sales tax, they pretty much have completely eliminated us having to give change in the quarter variety. Brilliant. Oh, no. I don't think I was muted. I just put that in there just in case. What front tire? Shut up, Jay. Blue guy coffee cup and Pop-Tarts for breakfast. Blue guy coffee cup. No, that's the red guy coffee. No, that's the blue guy coffee cup. Awesome choice. I've got that in my cart for next time I put my order in. Which I need to. I'm not going to talk about it. I need to get back on that. Been ignoring that damn thing. Gloves. J-Bot's supposed to censor you when you do that. Stop trying to avoid J-Bot censor. Is J-Bot working? Is that why he didn't? We're supposed to be censoring you. Damn it, J-Bot. Does this, he sells stickers. The sticker thing. I've got several different things coming up. We've got stickers that are about to actually go out, and something special that I can't really talk about. I've got, store members are going to get, and then the people on our sticker list will get those next. But yes, we do finally have a batch coming up soon. It's all in the design. Speaking of designs, so, nowadays you're like, oh, we can just beep, beep, beep and tell AI to bloop, bloop, bloop. The lowest price for keys is $6. I know. Oh, puppy! Yeah, that just seems crazy to me. A hardware store is $3 for basic keys here. So, and that's just the base. That's just like Quickset, Wiser, Slate, Master Padlock, Y11, and not many up there, but everything else goes up from there. We lost that spot today. But no, I really hadn't. We usually, when I order, I've got stickers, and I occasionally have put them up on the store, but only when I have extras. And I do have extras of one kind now. And I can't remember who I've sent them to, but I've got some What's Up Y'all that are probably going to be put hey! Right there. But unfortunately, and this is kind of the reason I lost my good source, decided to switch companies. I really want to get some more sticker sheets. These were super cool. because you could like put little ones everywhere, especially when I did them with the keys. I don't know, I thought those were pretty cool. Some guys got those. I would have liked them to, I need to do that, but make all the keys a little bit darker. You can't really tell what some of them are. Yeah, you know, you just get burnt out on ideas. And speaking of, let's take a look at what AI does in this segment. Well, you know, I hadn't actually, hold on. Let me throw this up in studio mode and blend it. Oh, hi, oh, I see you over there. Probably need new batteries on this guy. We've been assassinating wasps lately. Image. Image 1. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Browse. Where are we? In this. Yeah, well, yeah. So, I've always, up until now, wanted the blue guy to have legs, or the red guy or blue guy, whoever. One of the guys, the guy, to have legs, right up until I asked AI to do it. And then I decided, you know, that's okay. Pretty sure I don't want that now, because this is the definition of missed leg workout day, right? Missed workout day for your legs. Mark, are you on the sticker list? Did you ever sign up on the website for the sticker list? Probably already. I think we already have you. I'd have to pull my international to see. International is a lot harder, obviously. It's a lot more expensive. Unfortunately. So, yeah, that's that. And for some reason, he changes the face a little bit. Now that I see it in I mean, he's definitely upper body heavy. Don't think you signed up for the list. I'll pull that link. Yeah, somewhere on here. Excuse me. There's a bunch of warnings about this, but since I'm telling you to do it, then you can do it. Then we'll cross-reference. If you've already signed up, we'll find out. So, sign up at the bottom of that page, and then you just kind of have to wait. And a surprise will show up one day, or an email notification will show up one day. Actually, we have to get, for international, we have to get phone numbers too. So, we don't, read there's a thing. If you've never signed up for that list, but most people here have already signed up or are signed up, or with the store, one of the two. Bootlegging the stickers, I know, right? Let me just, just download, like you could literally, because I have some images up there, you could just literally download it and buy 50 stickers yourself from your local sticker company for cheaper than shipping. Yeah, I get it. Don't trust me. It's not, appreciate you wanting it. But if you can sign up for the list, we do international shipping once a year. We kind of missed last year because of situational irritations, but yeah, you sign up and you'll get added to the international list. So there was that, and then there was this thing that happened around town. Hold on, let me bounce back to studio mode. Then there was this thing that happened around town where everybody was like, "Oh, you see yourself as a, you can make yourself as a doll," and I was like, "Oh, I want to be a doll." So here's my not doll, action figure. Damn it! Right. So that's. Thank you, AI. Appreciate that. This is the Locksmith right there, like that. It did surprisingly well. It does that. If you type it in a certain way, you can make like an action figure of yourself. Can't remember how you type it in, but I don't know. If you're on stupid ass Facebook, you'll see somebody doing it. It's a fad right now. At first I didn't use my picture. I accidentally asked it. You know, you got to upload your picture to do that. So I was like, oh, I forgot to actually upload my picture, and I just sent it. So it gave us what Kim said looks like Jack Reacher here. So that was the initial thing before I uploaded myself. Yeah, appreciate it. We'll get you added to the list. We'll get you added to the list. That's just ChatGPT, free ChatGPT. I never wanted to pay them because that'd be for sale on the shelf. I know, right? Oh no, 3D print that bitch. Kim was like, "That's Jack Reacher." So, and then I was like, "Hey, let's try the red guy." And for some weird reason, it did this. Now this is kind of hilarious. I was just like, "What in the ass? What is going on here? Why is he exploding out of the package?" And they tried to give him some legs too. No, they just stretched him vertically a little bit. Hey, I wonder if I upload the guy with the legs, will he fit in there then? But one thing I found out with AI, and I've done a lot of image manipulation, not a lot, like hours worth, just screwing around, trying to find funny stuff for you guys. And you can't tell it. Like now this is just with ChatGPT and Microsoft's version. If I take this image and say, "Hey, make it blue, make his outfit blue," it'll totally change the whole effing image. If you tell it to create an image and then say, "Hey, okay, I like that, but change it to blue or change it to red or make his cheeks different." If you try to make it change an image, even after it just made it, it'll totally change the whole effing image. There's no slight changes to be made there that I've found anyway. Like, you can't tweak stuff with the images. You just let it, no matter how distinctively you type it, in my opinion anyway. You know, I've tried many versions, like to change that blue, it would literally change something else about it that I don't want changed. And that's your AI lesson for the day. Anyway, those are cute, huh? I know, right? It changes his face. Like, if Barbie and G.I. Joe have a baby, it's the Reacher Log Force guy. No, you're not a Reacher. How to be a locksmith starter kit. I needed that. See, I should have put in with a certificate, with a framed certificate. I could have typed that in. More experimental. That was just like, 20 minutes of playing around. Sky's the limit now. Just got to find a 3D printer. Where's what's his name with the 3D printing place? That sounds like a perfectly legitimate reason to get a 3D printer, right? According to Big Bang Theory. Is, yeah, make action figures of yourself. Look, y'all, I made cookies last night. I'm going to take a little nibble, actually. I personally like the cookie dough. This is one of them long tubes of Pillsbury dough. No other way. Nowadays, they got the funky little flat packs where you break them apart and plop them on the oven and then they melt it. You gotta get the dough unit. And something else I've noticed. Now they all say safe to eat raw. It doesn't taste as good now. Whatever they did to make it safe to eat raw made it less tasty. Why are you pulling into a construction site? Who are you and what are you doing in the construction site? Take a sip of my Mississippi cold drip before we plug up the camera in the back and check out our scrap situation. Yeah, prompt engineer. Yeah, I used it extensively making the tests, and the whole time thinking, I'm feeding this thing so much information. Because apparently they can't crawl through videos on their own, but when you feed it the transcript to a video, it's perfectly happy with that. So hopefully some of my knowledge has made it into AI. One would humanly hope so anyway. They took out the eggs, or they used powder eggs, or changed the chemical. Fuckers. It is just better when there's a chance to die from it. I mean, everything's better that way, right? I know. These people whining about crap like that. It's definitely not as good raw. Which is funny. Safe to eat raw now, but it doesn't taste as good. Ha! You can't have it both ways, bitch. We're still on the mobile mic, yes. Where did I put the... Forgot I already plugged up the camera. I was walking around like, I gotta plug up the camera, but it's plugged up. Shows how dirty the floor is, but I mean, honestly, you couldn't see any of that floor earlier. I have a video that, excuse me, oh, I have a video. I'm glad that the Elgato wasn't up, but I have a video that I got to film for Baldwin rim locks there. You see my nice new little mounted, look, it's upside down, y'all. That's another thing I did. The display, I ran out of room up top, so I flipped it over. We now have a whole new fresh upper surface for activities on the log mount display. Hey! One of which will be a Baldwin rimlock video that I hope to film as soon as I get done with live today, because I got to leave early because Kim's out of town, and I try not to let our pup stay at home for over 7 or 8 hours, but she normally does. So yeah, let's go zoom in on that. Since I'm mic'd up, we can get rid of the Elgato. But that is a vast improvement on what it looked like prior to me doing that. In fact, hold on, before I go anywhere. Oh, the camera's, I can't pull any more photos. I was going to show you a picture of it before. I totally actually forgot to do that. But I actually cleared a whole damn path to the wall, took a bunch of keys, put on the very bottom rack to get them out of the way, and have come up with a couple of solutions that we'll actually go over once I move over there. Something very strange is happening. You only hear the live stream with your headset, but other YouTube videos play through your speakers. That is weird. Every time I do a new series, pay close attention because it'll be a future locks. Whenever I start around on the, I've already warned about the commercial series. I don't know if I'm going to do the rim lock as an addendum, because it's, hell, I got reported, y'all. No. I didn't just get reported, I guess. I don't know if he did or not. We got a phone call telling us that we were going to get reported for false advertising because I put out a video on Wiser mechanisms and I don't have the parts anymore. Never mind the fact that in the description and the first pinned comment in all capital letters says, we have not had these mechanisms in so and so. Sorry for your loss, but they're gone. Blame Wiser. Nope, let's not blame Wiser. Let's blame SE Lock and Key in Jackson, Mississippi. And I'm going to report it. Told Kim got this joy. Told Kim that he was going to report us to YouTube for false advertising because we couldn't sell him that Wiser mechanism, and we said we had them in the video. It's a fucking channel. Makes me jealous of you guys that just do hand videos sometimes. Oh, let's call the YouTuber and fuck with them. Demanded we take it down, too. Yep, that's it. That was another thing. These people. You're almost certain your death is going to be at the hands of my fiance. She'll kill you, and you're okay with that. Mine's going to be a restaurant door. I decided that a long time ago. I don't know when or why or how. Hopefully I won't. But it doesn't sound like a fun way to go. No, it was definitely a real person. I think they actually emailed me before that. It was definitely a real interesting person. I'm staying up here to try to hopefully make these people back out. Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
I emailed a while back about overhead key, and if y'all might be able to copy it or look at it. If y'all had a blank for this.
You can probably just leave it on.
Oh, okay. I've got the serial number on it too.
Yeah, I don't need it. How many do you need?
I'll take 2.
It's for an overhead door, you said?
Yes. Or if you have 3, I'll do 3.
Alright, so anything else?
Thank you.
Alright, you have 12, 15 altogether. Just tap or insert there. And back to
You know what? You gotta do master key lock keys too. I'll take probably 2 more of those.
Okay.
Getting it all done today.
There you go. Do what?
Is that rest of the key doors?
I am friends with the guy that has owned Overhead here locally forever. Just on, no, I don't think on any new ones. I don't think.
That's why I went with 3.
Yeah, most of those are going to be prior to like the 90s.
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
Alright, that one's going to be $5.94. Hey.
Hi. I'm trying to see if I could get a key cut. I lost the key for this. Not there's a gun in here, it's mine, but just can't get the key.
So probably just going to be just to open it for you, because these are probably inexpensive. I don't know about making a key,
Oh, okay.
but you need it open, right?
I would, yeah.
Okay. And what can you?
Gun. It's kind of heavy. It's about this long.
Okay.
And about this tall.
Okay.
Loaded
or unloaded? Loaded or unloaded?
It's unloaded, I believe. But
Okay.
I think there's some bullets like in the
Right.
case
Okay.
with it.
Yeah. Let me see that. Typically on these little overseas type boxes, we can't even get key blanks for them.
Okay.
So as far as making a key, that's probably
That's fine.
not gonna happen, and it's usually actually more expensive than just buying a whole new box.
No worries. Okay, that'll work.
Do you want me to check and see about a key?
Yeah, if it's not, if it ends up not being very expensive, then I'll
I
go
mean,
and
at
get
the
one.
bare minimum, it's like $22, which would include two
That's fine.
keys.
Yeah, if it's around that price, then I'd rather be able to lock it. Because I don't know when I'll be able to go get another one.
Almost got you done. Okay. Need house keys or anything while you're here?
Any what?
House keys or anything
Oh,
while
no,
you're here?
okay.
got 2376 altogether.
The outfit.
Okay. What's up, y'all? $38 special. See you, Wes. He's probably going to sleep for 24 hours. That was a little cheap pistol box. $31133 was what I called as the bidding. Luckily, it just unscrewed and had a little retainer in there. I had to use 1611. It's one of those blanks that crappy little Chinese locks may use. 1611 worked, except it was too long and actually hit the retainer. So the plugs on those are actually able to be popped out with the right key. That's why I had to use the grinder to cut down the tip of the 1611, because it's really more of a 6-pin, really, 6-wafer. So yeah, interesting that could have released and you could just pop the plug out probably with the right key. Which also means I probably, hey.
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Well, I noticed you got all the Wise cameras. I got a few in my place. Do they ever just break on you? Okay.
And kill memory cards.
Okay. I was just like...
Which is why I have multiple ones. Well, I initially was testing them, which is why I have multiple, because I've got telephoto, and I've got regular, and I've got pro. But then come to find out that they can kill a memory card, and you can't get footage from one, so I just kept them as redundant backups. But yeah, they're decent for what that costs. Yeah.
I got the Ubiquity cameras, and they don't, I mean, I haven't put them at my place too much, but I put them other places, they never go bad.
Yeah.
But it's like minimum $100.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, there's a big difference, but you also have a lot more choices with resolutions and
Other
stuff
higher
like
quality
that.
cameras, for sure.
Yeah.
So, you podcasting?
Huh, yeah.
Neat. Hi, Duke.
Have a good one. What happened to the chat? What's going on? Ian? Hey, Ian. Ian, what's up? Is my chat caught up, or is it like frozen for some reason? I guess it is. Okay, I guess it is. Four. Weird. Yeah, back to this. Everything looks good. Let's go back here and see what we got going on. Slurp down all my cold drip. What time is it, by the way? Kind of lost track of time. 12:30. Shit. Let's go sling some brass, y'all. Hold on, we can get rid of Elgato too. Goodbye, Elgato. All right. Oh, mobile comments. Last thing. Mobile comment section. before I put my gloves on. Where, oh, where is the mobile comments today? There we go. Alright, channel, there it is. Don't park like that. I know these vehicles are more nimble than that. Where, oh, where is the mobile comments today? To think. That you have a small vehicle like that and still can't pull it into a parking spot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind hardware cameras, but I'm certainly not investing the money in new cameras when I've got all that crap up there, unless I really have to. All right. Oh, is this camera working? It is. All right. So, mixed brass. Mixed aluminum, regular aluminum. Aluminum with brass on it, which was what I need to zoom. Can I zoom in a little bit here with this glove on? Probably not. Oh, I can. Scrap. And I was in the process of shifting it that way so that I can get these two at least out of here. So this is too heavy, probably, and that's a problem. Yeah, I gotta unload about half of that. Probably what I'm gonna end up doing is leveling these two out, which is what I'll do right now. Leave this until I get these emptied, and then do the same thing, because this is about 2/2 of that. And in the meantime, I can sort out the rest of the aluminum and brass and at least make it worthwhile. To go to the specialty metals area. Okay, let me find somewhere to put the mobile comment section here. We'll just put you right here. How about that? Stay right there. All right. Yeah, Reolink was the ones I was looking at if I ever decide to redo that whole thing. I'm ducked down and I can't see what's going on out there. Hold on. Let's move you guys over here and take a look at some of the locks that we lost this week. Oh, that was the name of that. The locks that we lost this week. We're still good? Not frozen or anything? Sting. Come on.
You stand for a small beer.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Can I come over here and thank you. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. will definitely go into the Lock Force funding arena. Appreciate that, as always. So basically what I'm going to do right now is scoop up 2 handfuls, or more, 2 or more handfuls, and just transfer it and kind of pick out, because honestly, this is just not fun, right? And then we'll take a peek at Mount Boxmoor, or the former Mount Boxmoor even. Mount Boxmoor is no more. I do have to do one thing though, and that is protect this area a little bit more. Needs a little bit more protection, I do believe. I'm thinking some kind of big ass sticker or some kind of sign that I can put in front of it. We'll have to make something for that. For sure. Alright, so this is what I meant about mixed metal. This is an old Weiser. It's got metal here, here, and then a little bit in this area. The rest of it is brass. So that's kind of like 50-50, right? Mixed brass. This is aluminum. So if you yoink this out, which would be a pain in the ass to do because you got to break that detent, then it would be all brass and all aluminum. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to throw it in mixed brass, even though it's mixed brass and aluminum, which I feel like should go in this pile. So here you have brass shell, permanently crimped on the Weiser deadbolt, and a solid aluminum body. This would get better. Oh, I gotta sneeze. This would get better money as clean aluminum, but it's not clean aluminum because of that brass layer. Oh, that was broken. And if you take a little bit of time to yoink these off, it does. See, that's too much of a pain in the ass to deal with, and I just throw it aside. Because that screw, that post is broken, and it's stripped out in there. Sometimes I will take a little bit of time to try to separate it. Hey, there we go. Because if you take them clean brass, and here's something I don't understand. There's another YouTube channel that has done recycled videos in the past. And didn't I see 2 different videos where they didn't get the money that they were looking for because they had scrap metal in the keys? Like, isn't that something that you change the second time, you learn the first time, and then you adapt? I want to say that they did 2 different videos where they're like, oh look, we didn't get as much as we wanted because there's metal in the keys. So if you're gonna do it, you know, you got to spend the time to, like, for reals, separate it. Which also, and coincidentally, makes it totally not worth the money that you make from it. Alright, this is cast with a little bit of metal buried in there. Can't do anything about that. Just gotta get a scrap metal. Okay, here's a dandy good example. There's an old Weiser. Or, yeah, that's a, no, Weiser. I won't say it's a Weiser keyway though. Maybe Quickset Titan. Mostly aluminum. We grab our quick-set removal tool. Usually I have all this stuff over here while I'm scrapping, but so normally I would pop this guy out. It's pretty hard to do on these. So if you take this out, shit. No, it's gonna be too wide, isn't it? Come here. Which is, come on, metal, I believe. Some of them are actually aluminum. And this one's frozen up. There's another thing, you're dealing with these old corroded ass locks. So that's cast. This is metal. This is all aluminum through here. And if we take the trouble to pop out the core, we have what, mostly aluminum with a little bit of brass? Get out of there. Unless you are a Titan. You may be a Titan. Shut up! Turn the film mirror, damn it! You are a Titan. So and then as I go through, I know some of these plates are brass. There's an example of aluminum. That's a Titan. There's aluminum body there. That's brass. So many screws. So many Astro door handles. Brass. All right, couple more, couple more handfuls, and they'll be equal, and we'll be done with this little task. That's brass. No, it's metal. That's cast. Nope. Not even. So with this one, we could pop this cap off, get rid of the metal completely, except for the metal springs that are in there, but luckily their magnets that they're holding in their hand won't pick up those metal springs. So that's basically one of those questionable things. Mostly aluminum, a little bit of brass. Now this one is kind of a pain in the ass to take out. Actually, it's not. We can force the spring out right here. Goodbye. That guy, aluminum, clean. And pop this guy off and the clip off. Shut up. Got that, strip down the cap, and we have what I feel like should be probably going to be unclean aluminum. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think we got most, oh, there's another one. Oh. See, that's mostly metal. I don't see how they consider that worthy of brass prices. Like, that's like 70, that's like 50% aluminum, 50%, 40% metal, 40% aluminum, and like 10% brass. Wait, does that equal? Yeah, that equals 100, doesn't it? All right, I think here we go. All right, we got to be getting done with this. What time is it? It's time to go, isn't it? It is 12:39. So I don't see anything else. What was that? Oh, what's this slave? Hey, there's a key. What are you doing in there? You're brass. What are you doing in there? You're a battery. That is not a great place for you. I've got a spot for you. Oh, speaking of batteries, that's the other thing I got to get rid of. Got a whole pile of them right here. Just reboxed them. I now know this is dirty aluminum simply because it has this metal pivot pin right there. I think. Yep. You're brass. I gotta punch out that plastic. Yeah, they don't look that close, but oh, there's another battery. Oh, you know what these are from? These are from that quick set that was shot with the graphite gun. Oh, wow, that's some old shit right there. I hadn't recycled this bin in a minute. Nope, nope. Oh. Oh. Yep, I still got the plastic. Okay, get off my finger. I saw some brass right there. Oh, and another thing, if you go to the same scrapyard, tip your dudes. Unfortunately, there were 4 of them, so I just gave them $8 to split between them, and that's not much of a tip, but it's better than not getting a tip, right? One of them. Oh, there's so many screws. That would be mixed aluminum or cast. Cast. Little bitty tiny pieces of metal right there. Totally ruined this whole thing. It's like pinned down right there. So that makes that. Well, I don't know if that'd be considered. I think that's cast, not aluminum. So cast. Cast. Mixed. Well, mostly aluminum. A little bit of metal. Old Wiser back in the day where it's mostly brass. That one's metal. Aluminum. I think 2 more handfuls, y'all, and they'll be about equal. I will say one thing I have done. Is keep a bunch of these in there for giveaway crap. Old Wiser. Actually in great shape too. Look at that. We got deadbolts. Some yellow deadbolts. Those were in a video. Old Wisers. All the keyed stuff. Which eventually will be boxed up and either put on eBay to find, you know, stickers and stuff for Lock Force, or, which is mostly what eBay is for now, especially when I post stuff on there. And the rest of it will be just for giveaways. Like when we do locks we lost last week, which will be coming up as soon as I can. You know, we got plenty of room. We can still do it, just like this. Up. Swag. Up. That was die cast. This looks die cast. Yep. That would be clean aluminum, except for that spring right there. Let's see what we can do about that. Spring. Nasty ass clean. It is. It's unclean aluminum because it's not clean, right? Okay. Wait. Okay. Smart key. How much metal's in a smart key? A surprising amount. Oh, well, that's the clip. Let's take the clip off and see what happens. Those sliders, are they? I wonder what they're made of. They're probably cast too. We're gonna go in. We're just gonna go aluminum for that. Clean aluminum. Even though it had a little brass plug on the front. Shit. It doesn't look like it's going to come off too easy. Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, now hold on. Hey! Got an extra couple of cents for that. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, but you know, honestly, it's very clear that I have not gone. It's very clear that I have not gone. That's regular brass. Nope, that is got metal mixed. Hey.
Excuse me. So y'all make keys like how much do y'all make like the spare car keys?
What kind of car?
2013 Monster.
If we can do that one, which I'm not sure if it'll do or not, they're $65.
$65. Oh, okay. Appreciate it.
Okay. Chip key, bro. At least what you showed me was a chip key. Alright, so one last thing, hold on. Let me go. I was just about to do this. I gotta to see if we're right. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. Yep. Look at all the dog hair. Oh, look. Oh. Oh, this one's considerably lighter. That means that we can bring some from over there. Aluminum. Son of a bitch. Metal, metal. But what do I need to do here? Because we discovered that we don't have, like, we got some good ass brass. I don't know what I was thinking. That is Baldwin solid brass right there. Jason. That means I gotta go all the way to the bottom with this guy. Ew. Look clean. Ew. I didn't do that. So I guess what I'll do is just empty this to that. With this empty, start bringing them in from over here and then rebalance it out. And then, yeah, we'll have room for activities. Okay, well, one last peek, or one initial peek here. Wait, I want to make sure everything's cool. Okay, everything's cool. Oh, mailbox more is gone. Look at all the door closers. God, that's going to be an awesome lock and bolt. Yay. And of course, that, kind of proud of that area now. I can actually get over there and do stuff. Anyway, that is it for, oh yeah, you like my safety shoes? Safety shoes with no socks. Oh, I'm gonna take a little nibble of my cookie. I'm gonna take a cookie nibble. What did I do with the comments? Didn't I bring them over here? It's like, where the hell did the comments go? Where did they go? All right, back to the desk mic. So that I can munch on some cookies. And we can finish off today's Saturday morning live. Even though we never got around to Mount Brassmore. It's, y'all saw it last week. It's considerably worse than it was last week. Man, I would make a good cookie. Even though we never got around to Mount Brassmore. It's, y'all saw it last week. It's considerably worse than it was last week. I know, I need a new cold drip. That's the test cold drip, too. That's probably exactly what I'm going to do after I get done with live. Because I got to go do that Baldwin video. Just one bite. Everybody knows the rules. Don't sue me, Dave. Rimlock video. Let's just say, when I told Kim that I was going to order extra parts from Baldwin for the rim locks, for the springs and stuff, and said, I'm going to do a video on it and sell the springs, she was like, oh, the F you are. Like, she literally immediately was like, no, the hell you aren't. And honestly, I only ordered like 2 or 3 extras, so by the time I put the video out, they're going to, within a few days, they'll be sold. And then I'll have old men calling us years from now saying they saw a video and that I mentioned that I have. So see, I've learned from my mistakes. And if I do this said video and even remotely offer, I mean, I'm going to give part numbers and I'm going to encourage people to call their local locksmith, of course, like I do in most of these videos. And then on the same token, you know, as a locksmith, you would have to, the person has to order through a distributor of Baldwin products to order said springs. Nobody stocks these springs for these rim locks. You have to special order them. So, spread out a video all across the U.S. Basically, you're going to have all these people bugging their local locksmiths who may not want to have anything to do with ordering springs for a mortise lock. Hey, it's going to fall back from my fucking ass. That's why I hadn't done the video yet. But I gotta do it. I literally mounted that on the thing. Right. Look at it. It's easier to bounce back to the other camera. Upside down. All the previous mounts. Go. Yeah, to be able to do that correctly, I had to flip the damn thing upside down. But that's okay because we have so much more room for activities on it now. So much more room for future videos. And I've got that lock set up exactly like the customer's was. I used their broken parts, my lock, but it was the filming that I did on site, it wouldn't come out right. It wouldn't work. So I'm basically mimicking what I did in the field. And replacing the guts of it. And I can hear the phone calls now. What's enough? I used to could eat sweets and sweets and sweets. I'm still pretty good at it, but they make me get fuller quicker now. So it was because of the different audio source? I wonder if it's a one channel, two channel situation. If you've got Bluetooth connected and it's like a one channel, separate audio channels maybe. I've had that happen before. See, I don't want to encourage, and that's another thing I'm going to try in that video. I'm going to try not to encourage people to be calling Baldwin and asking for free work because I don't want them to hate me. But, as was pointed out to me, these room locks were built before 1997, 7. 97 is when their lifetime warranty started. The rim locks don't fall under that. Unless you can validly prove you still have the sticker or whatever. But if you call and say, hey, I've got a rim lock from, 1985, he's going to be like, well, you don't get replacement parts for it. Because our warranties didn't start until 97. Oh, and plus some models. I think how they handle that is maybe, I don't know. I don't know how they handle that. Because you can still buy rim locks. Certainly in 97 they were still available. They were just wildly uncommon during that time. So, short of sending them a picture of the sticker that might or might not be on them. But yes, I've called them and they've sent me replacement mechanisms before. What are you looking at, lady? What are you looking at, lady? Oh, okay. 12:59, 1 o'clock. Time to get out of here. Let's go to the disassemble screen. The worst screen of the day. But I certainly appreciate everybody for being here. I'm going to go film this video. I'm going to put up some slave keys. Probably will not get around to doing my camp locks. I kind of want to finish other things. And I got to get out of here early today because it's a party at my house. Me and the dog partying. Heckin' yeah. Lock force, disassemble! And once again, I appreciate everybody. Mark, thank you for that super chat. We really appreciate it. If you're still here, thanks for being here. Just period, because you know, it's late or early. I don't know what y'all call it. Y'all are upside down, so I don't know if you consider that late or early. But everybody else, I appreciate you once again for being here. Why did my screen close? Open back up, damn it. Thank you. Thank you, Willard. I appreciate it. It's been a good day. At least it's a nice day. And I did my yard work. Well, I did my front yard work last weekend. Got a new carburetor put in a lawnmower. Started right up. New blade put on the lawnmower. Cut the damn grass in the front yard. So nice cutting with a brand new blade, right? That first time you put the blade in, it's like it just... But I really should need to do the backyard this weekend, because I have no excuse not to, considering the weather. So yeah, I guess that's what I gotta do. But, and honestly, I may rerun over the front yard too, depending on if I want to or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't get to see Kim until late tomorrow afternoon, so I guess I gotta find something to do tomorrow, alright? Maybe I'll do some lock force test work and finish grading those. I do need to do that. I'll either do that tonight or tomorrow, maybe. In the meantime, I'm going to film a Bolton video, so I appreciate everybody for being here. Worstest screen that's even worse than that last screen, but the day comes to a close. It's time for y'all to go do other stuff besides sit here and watch YouTube. It's time for this guy to go do other stuff besides sit here and talk to YouTube. As much as I enjoy it, y'all have a great weekend. We'll catch you next time. Where's the button? Hold on, I was totally not ready for this. It was like,